Hello, hello, hello. Okay. Hi, I'm AphixSky. Oh, wait, hold on. Mic is so loud. I'm AphixSky. Let me check the audios on YouTube to see if they are too loud or not. Okay. Okay, I think that should be good. Um, Bear with me. This is my first ever live stream. I have no idea what I'm doing. Um, oh, this will be my BGM to making pasta. Ooh, that's so cool. Hope the pasta is good. Okay. Ooh, and hello, people I know in the chat. All right. So, I'm AphixSky, and for this stream, I'm going to be showing off the project file for my song Away From Home. I just released it, and I'm gonna talk about like the process that went into it and how I went about making it. And I'm really proud with how it came out. So also, like, what the reason I kind of wanted to do a stream like this is because I don't know, like I really like talking about the process that goes into like making music, and also just I think it's really cool hearing like my favorite artists like talk about how they made their own music, and you really get like a nice perspective. And VTubers, I watch a lot of VTubers, and they do this sort of format where they have like a live stream and they showcase like their music or song that they made or cover and like what went into it. So I kind of wanted to do that. And for those of you who don't know, this program's FL Studio. It's pretty much the only program I know how to use. I've been making music for like pretty much 10 years. But yeah, let's go over just like a playthrough of the song, and then I'll break down like the little sections and like my kind of thoughts on it. All right. And also, like full disclosure that I kind of did end up losing some files for this project, so like I had to like redo some of the stuff, like the vocals, so it's not like exactly the same. Ooh, I can say chat now. Yeah, that's right, chat. Okay. Yeah, okay, let's play through the song. Yeah. Hopefully it's not too loud. Oh, there we go.
Maybe I'll look back with certainty. I found a way to go. When I cried out, you turned to me. You're here away from home.
All right, that's my song "Away from Home," and I'm really happy with how that came out. Like, I think it's the perfect blend of like EDM that I've made, and then also like implementing like my vocals. Like, I don't know. I think it's I'm really happy that I'm able to like finally release a song with my own vocals and kind of lyrics too. But yeah, let's I guess start with how like the intro goes and stuff. And also, I there might be a delay with chat, so I don't know if I'll. Hopefully, it's not too big of a delay. But this intro sound, it's kind of just like a pad sound that kind of, I don't know, yeah. And then this song pretty much is kind of built around this like interesting like pluck guitar harp thingy. And I just used a flex preset for this sound. I think the original idea for this was I had something like this, just like random doodling chords. And then I think I took that and kind of just messed around with it, so I like changed the key and everything, and that's kind of how all my songs start. Like, I have some random ass idea and then I kind of play around with it and then I'm like, yo, this is kind of fire. So that's how that came about. And then oh, there's this really cool like so it's like my vocal. And there's like this blend effect. So in let's see, do I have like the raw version of this? So yeah, I pretty much I took like this vocal and then I put Edison has like a really cool feature called blend, which kind of makes it everything sound kind of distant and like roomy and reverby. Oh, this sounds actually really fire. What? That could be used. Pluck sounds so pretty. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So there's that, how that came together, and then it kind of just continues on. And then you got some like effects. And then here's the piano. This is a contact piano, which the grandeur, which is pretty nice. And then this, I really like this the string line. It really complements with like the rest of the stuff that's going on, and then there's like this really cool variation.
Maybe I'll look back in certainty without a way to go. When I cried out, you turned to me with fear away from home.
And then here's the intro with the vocals and my vocal chain. Like I pretty much use the same vocal chain. I kind of just copy and paste it, auto tune, because I need that tuning help. So my vocal chain is pretty much
Maybe I'll look
auto tune,
back
chorus for adding width,
without a way to go.
Some reverb.
When I cried out, you turned
EQ.
to me with
Manipulator.
fear away.
And I use manipulator in here to give like a little bit like of a different sound than just vocals by themselves. So this is a format shifter. So with it all on all the way, it's like this.
Maybe I'll look back in certainty.
And then here's just like a blend of the two with like a little hint of the higher format. What else is in there? Multiband compressor for de-essing. Just random compressors. More de-essing. Yeah, like pretty simple vocal chain. And I guess we can, since we're here, I keep stopping it, sorry, but I guess we can delve into the lyrics and kind of like what made me want to write the song Away From Home. So the way the song started was it was for like this event at my college. We were doing kind of like a DJ-ish event, and I was performing for it, and I was like, you know what, let's make another song. So like I made like a new song for it, and since it was more like a DJ like kind of event, I was like, I wanted to do some EDM like slash singing kind of vibes. So that's why it ended up kind of sounding like a banger. And like another thing, like low key, when I was making this, I was trying to make a Syntheon song, and if you haven't heard Syntheon's music, I would definitely check it out. Her latest song, Lone Wolf, is fire, very fire. But yeah, like her music, the way she blends EDM and vocals is really, really pretty. And that's kind of the inspiration for this song and like the production aspect. And for the lyrics, I was kind of thinking about like college and like graduating and the uncertainty and all of that, because I don't know, like when it comes to like uncertain things or places I've never been, like it's kind of, I don't know, it's like just like uncertainty in general is something that I find hard to deal with. And so this song kind of talks about that idea. So it's like when you're at first, like when you're away from somewhere, like away from home, I guess, there's that like uncertainty and like unrest. And then you kind of, as you get more comfortable with that, you start to feel comfortable in it. And it feels like something that, I don't know, it's like something that you welcome in a way. And honestly, like I for the lyrics, this kind of like just came to me, and I didn't really think too hard. So it was about like just like the vibes of the lyrics, and I really like how it turned out. So then let's move on to the production build up. I love that like piano thing that like just sets in and like leads into the drop. So for the build up, we have this melody, most Syntheon ass melody I've ever written. And then it has a low pass filter. I really like this like chord progression going on. I've been trying to do like longer chord progressions. Like I really like the idea of chord progressions that aren't the exact same throughout. So like here it kind of starts on the 4 5 3 4, and then it kind of changes, so it goes from the 4 to the 5 to the 1, and then this like lead into that. I don't know, like I feel like longer chord progressions can really tell that like nice story, and I feel like this chord progression really encapsulates that feeling of like hope and anxiety, and I don't know, like, yeah. So then that goes into the drop. So here we have the drums. Very cool drums. And then got the chords, but sidechain. This bass. Heavy bass. And then here's, I really like this, like, nice. You can't really hear it in the full thing, but there's really this really nice, like, harmony counter melody going on. And then that sounds like really nice in context of the full thing. Let's see. Love the 4-5-3-4. It has vibes of wandering around, not knowing where to go, but also kind of comfy. Yeah. That's definitely a good way to describe it. Oh yeah, mono chord. So, okay, this is kind of like random, like mixing, I guess, when I was making the track. So, I don't know why, but like for some reason with like, cause for the leads I used Harmer, just like a saw wave, just like super detuned. And for some reason, like, when I put it in mono, I couldn't really hear like the melody or like the chords. They were super drowned out. So I think this is like an old version. So to like showcase that. So if I set it to mono, you can't hear the melody or chords at all. And for some reason that really bothered me. And so I guess like my way to fix that was I just recorded this lead, set the entire set that to mono, and then I just recorded it, bounced it, and just had that as an extra layer. And I think that like, yeah, that kind of makes the lead sound more thick, and I also did that with the chords too. Mono. So that's some random trivia. And with the general production of this, it didn't really change from start to finish. Like, I think early on I kind of laid out the idea, so like I had like the intro, the drop, and everything else. Here's this old version, and the only difference really is the kick and the drop. It's a little bit more, not punchy, it has a different kind of sound to it. And it definitely doesn't hit as much. So with the kick in here, definitely like it really complements like the side chain and the bass and chords and everything. So there's that. There's also this really cool kick pull thing that goes on that transitions. Like that's cool. All right, and then now we go to the breakdown. So in here we have the piano again, and then we have this like really cool motif going on with the accordion and bells. Porter Robinson moment right there. I was channeling that. And then also we have this string line come back. But the rhythm is a little different, which I think is fire. Like, it adds a nice variation. So right there, it's like on the beat, and then here in the breakdown, it's on the off beat. Counter melodies really do a lot. Yeah, I thought the harmony here was really cool. Got a Porter, yep, big Porter vibes. There's a little like drum break fill thing.
I start to believe again. The story never ends. Too simple. Frightened. My message.
I should replace that with the actual vocals from the song. But this section, I really like this section. It's like big anime vibes, low-key. So there's kind of a lot of layers going on here. So you have the piano, and then you have this really nice string and guitar kind of playing the same line. I really like this. This definitely gives that like anime, like hopeful kind of vibe. And yeah, this section, I was going for that more like hopeful vibe. Hats go hard, yeah. Alright, so that's the second build up, and then here is where I do like the formant octave effect on my voice. And I think like that with the reverb gives it like a really nice like dreamy floaty sound. And then once again, like the first build up, we have the chords, melody. Yeah, I like this piano, just with massive amounts of reverb. Also, I forgot to mention, but if you have any like questions that you're curious about, like either this song or like my music, feel free to put a message in the chat, and I will try to see if I can answer it. I really like this section. So like the first build up, it has the piano, and then it just goes right into the drop. And then in here, there's that little pause while it just builds up again. That vocal chop. And then just like a synth chord, low pass, high pass. And then let's go, second drop. So on there we got the double time kicks. Heck yeah. Ooh, and then the kick roll goes hard at this part too. Ooh, let's go. Oh, also, I forgot to mention, I really like this like chord moment in here. Like I don't know like what you'd call this chord in like music theory terms, but I think it adds like a nice sense of finality in a way, and it transitions into the next section really nicely. And then here's the outro.
Maybe I'll look back with certainty. I found a way to go. When I cried out, you turned to me. You're here away from home.
Imagine a double timed kick section. Yo, actually, what? Let's do that. Let's see how that would sound. Okay. Here's how it would sound. Oh my god. Actually, I could see that working. You have like this section, and then you add it in the next section. Oh my gosh. Yo, that kind of goes hard. Okay, if I ever do a VIP of this song, that's definitely gonna that's definitely gonna happen. It'll be like a live thing. That'd be cool. My metal arc. Oh no. I've noticed that with my songs, I really like to do quiet outros. Like, I have this super intense wall of sound thing going on, then I have like this quiet outro with just piano and vocals. I kind of like the vibe though. Yeah, I guess it's like my calling card. But yeah, this is just the contact piano. And then vocals.
Maybe I'll look back with certainty. I found a way to go. When I cried out, you turned to me. You're here away from home.
Alright, so that was Away from Home, and I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I want to show for this project. After, I'm going to be talking about the video too, but let's see. I'm wondering if there's any other cool tidbits. No, I think that's all for this project. But yeah, I'm really happy this song came out because I finished this last year in 2024, and I'll talk about why it took so long, mostly like trying to figure out like the video and all that, but I'm yeah, I like Away from Home, and thank you to everyone that's listened to it and just listens to my music in general. With like my future music, I definitely want to try to do more singing. Well, I definitely will do more singing, and I want to focus on songs that are like vocal based, lyric based, and can really like tell the stories that I want to tell. And I'm really excited because the songs that I'm working on are probably like mm, yeah, I'd say it's like my favorite music that I've worked on in general. So, yeah, like I'm really looking forward to when I'll finally be able to release it, and I hope everyone likes it. Um, and yeah, this was kind of my one last final, I don't know, show off of send off to making EDM, and then focus on like more like songwriting stuff because Yeah, lyrics are hard. Like sometimes I lock in and I'm like, yo, what are these lyrics that I wrote? And then other times it takes me like so long. I write like 20 different variations of lyrics. But yeah, I guess it's definitely one of those things where I just gotta keep trying and trying and seeing what ends up happening. And one of the reasons I wanted to do this stream too is because like I don't know, like I want to get better at talking about music. Like if I'm writing it down or like writing it in text, it's usually comes pretty easily to me, but when it comes to like speaking, like I gotta like write down so many like I gotta pre-plan it pretty much and then um figure out like what to say. So like I guess this was kind of a practice run of like how to talk about my music and how like I took what was in my brain and put it into here. That was that. Let's see. What is your chord mix chain? Honestly, not too crazy. I think I mostly use Harmor when it comes to chords. And oh yeah, like literally only thing I have is EQ. So yeah, so I take out some of the low end and then mids because usually Harmor is kind of loud when it comes to that stuff. So, and plus, since I have like a bass layer, I don't really need that low end. So I kind of just take out the low end and some of the mids because I also have just like random sounds like ambiance to fill in that section. So chords, nothing really too crazy, just EQ, and then I just have like everything else added to fill in that space. Honestly, I feel like mixing is something I can improve in. I kind of wing it most of the time, and if I spend too much time on it, I feel like the mix gets worse. So, yeah, I think that'd be nice to improve on. Yeah. So I guess that's it for the project, and then we'll do like quick intermission. We'll do like a 2-minute intermission, and then I'll talk about like the video. Oh no way, just EQ. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I think it depends. I guess it's like this project I didn't really do too much, but maybe in like other projects where if I have like other instruments like pianos or just like other synths, I might use other things. But I think like with the music that I'm writing now, like it's like the instruments that I use, um I don't know, it's like the way that I mix is a little different and I guess it's just like yeah, I guess it's just EQ. I don't know. I guess it's that simple, but I mean it sounds good. That's all that matters. It sounds good. How long does it take for you to time your vocals? Ooh. With these, honestly, it doesn't really take too. Okay, no, that's wrong. It takes a while, but I usually get multiple takes and then I pick which one sounds the best. And when it comes to timing, I make sure that it's most for the most part like it's on the grid and is in time. And then I think after like I get like the first vocal mix, I export it and then I listen to that a whole bunch of times and I sort of pick out like oh that is off time. So then I have to go back into the project and readjust that. So it's I guess it's like a process that's always occurring like if there's any other changes that I need to make. Um so I would say I don't really like sit down and do it. I would say it probably would take maybe like an hour or two, I would assume. Also depending on like how many vocals there are. If it's like just this song where there's like this small section of vocals compared to like a whole verse chorus kind of thing. So I guess it depends on how many vocal takes I'm doing. Um I don't know if that's a good answer, but a decent amount of time, I guess, is what I'll say. Okay. Yes, let's do like a 2 minute intermission and then I'll talk about the video and all the things that went into that. Oh, okay. All right. We are back. So I think what I'll do is I'll show the music video first, and then we can talk about it. And it's such a good music video. Like, shout out to Ritter for making a very cool music video.
certainty. I found a way to go. When I cried out, you turned to me. You're here away from home.
Alright, there we go. There's the music video. A manga moment. So true, so true. Okay, so before I talk about the music video, which is so good, once again, shout out to Ritter. Really happy with how it came out and the vision that I had. They really did a good job capturing that. I do want to talk about like what kind of led up to the video and why it kind of took so long for this song to come out. It took 1 goddamn year. Alright, so I guess let's bring it back to this. So I did a Year of the Cup cover by Porter Robinson around November, and this was like, so when I released or finished Away From Home, I knew I wanted to do like an anime type music video, and that would probably need to include a character, so I had that in mind, but I didn't really like, I kind of procrastinated on that. I put that on the back burner until I did this Year of the Cup cover. And for the cover art for this, I had like the initial design without the character, and then I actually, hold on, I'm kind of covering it. Here we go. So I had this like, and I randomly kind of just drew this character because I was like, you know, this kind of fits the vibe. Like, depressed anime girl really sums up Year of the Cup. And so I drew this up, and I was like, you know what, I'll just draw a white outline with no color. I'm I'm not gonna think too much about it, and kind of fucked myself over because I was like, it took me so long to figure out the color scheme of the character. And so this was like the very baby initial idea that I had, this like character design, and then it's just like really like just me trying to test out like different color ideas that worked. So I kind of just drew, like put in the original art and then put it into paint, and I was like, I really like the idea of like brown hair and then purple highlights. That'd be really cool. And then I also did like random like anime girl character customization websites where you can like choose your hairstyle, and I did like the character design and with the colors to see if I like that either. And so I went through like a bunch of different variations, and I kind of just settled on this design. And then I commissioned Mike Rabbit. They're on VGen and Twitter, and for like the character design. And this was like a whole new world to me. Like, I've never commissioned art ever before, and it's such a really like satisfying thing, like to have like all these ideas and then have someone put it together. And I really appreciate the work that Mike Rabbit did, like putting this character together, and then just like really like, I don't know, like polishing the whatever idea that I had going into it, and they really executed it. Like, she looks so cute. So I like the brown hair, and then kind of like the, I don't know, like the art style that they drew her in worked really nice. And so that was like the next step from getting to like the idea, the concept, to the actual video. And I think like another thing that kind of made it hard to finish this video is that I didn't really have any reference on like who I wanted to do the art for. And I don't know, like I had like a really particular style in mind, so it took a while, I guess, to like find the artist that really resonated with me, and I feel like, I don't know, could do like the ideas that I had in mind. And I'm really, really, really happy with how it turned out and the artists that I ended up picking. Yeah, and I'm really glad on that. Double zipper. Really unique sweater design, so cool. Yeah, for like the jacket design, like I kind of just looked up like um Project Sekai character designs because they have like a 360 view where you can see like all their like clothes, like the outfit that they wear, and I was like, you know what, this outfit is kind of fire, and so like um I picked like a design from that, like a couple clothes design from there, and then kind of just like merging them together while also having like that cloud motif going on because AphixSky, yes. Um, and then yeah, so after doing the character art, I actually did this. I commissioned this from Misumi Yui, and I'm so happy with how this came out. She looks so cute in here. Like this is like definitely one of my favorite commissions that I've done in just like this whole process. But like I remember getting the art back for the first time, like the rough draft, and my heart, I was like, oh my gosh, this is it. This is like the idea, and I was she's so cute. Like I'm really happy this how this came out. Like I love the expression and like their art style as well as the background with like the stars and the colors. Like it's super pretty, and I knew I wanted this to be like kind of the centerpiece of the video. So for the thumbnail, actually, like the original thumbnail, it was kind of the waiting room screen where it was like just the white character color with like no like color, and then like the background of the buildings, and then now the thumbnail is this because I want everyone to see the art that they did for this because it's so cute. And yeah, like I definitely want to do more art with them because they have such a great art style, and I'm just like really happy with how this came out. And so this was like this is like the point where I started actually thinking about the video because at first I had notes of like what I wanted it to be like, and then here I wanted to actually get like the art pieces that I'd use so then I could kind of whip up a demo video of what I wanted like the idea to look like. So I got this, and then I started putting the idea together, and then the next art was this one by Neko Memana, and this is really cool too. Like of course I'm using it as my like PNG tuber thing going on here, but I really like their art style. Like it's super pretty. Like I like the way that they draw eyes and just like the lines in general. And I'll definitely talk more about like the concept, like why she's holding an umbrella and all that. But this is the second art piece that I commissioned for the music video, and I really like how it came out with like this just like black and white style character. Really nice. And then I guess we'll go through the MV again, the music video, and just like slowly talk about like the ideas and what kind of I was thinking. Oops. Wait, how do I... Okay. So this like building landscape, actually, I'll show like the demo rough draft. Like it's really just bare bones. Look at that. But at first I had just like the scenery of like buildings in the back, and then just like, I don't know, like a grassy plain in front. And it wasn't really anything too crazy. The character, and then there, and then the art piece, and then Ritter. They went the extra mile. Like this is crazy. Like when I got the draft back for the video, I was like, what the heck? They went so hard. Like the amount of details. Like you can see the building lights flicker. Oops. Hold on. Okay. You can see the building lights flicker, And then just like the whole scenery is super pretty. Flowers in a galaxy. For real. Oh yeah, you mean like in this piece. Yeah, I can talk about also like the vision I had for this art piece too, I guess, while we go through this video. So yeah, this scenery is really nice. And I really like, I think this is like water at the bottom, which I didn't include any water, but I really like that detail. Like it's zoomed in of this and then it zooms out with the character, and then there's the water and then the grass. Like it's such a nice scenery, like very, 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 very cool. And so this starts out with like her holding an umbrella up, and then I was kind of thinking of the lyrics when I was drafting out the video idea. So it's about like being away from home, being lost and uncertain, and so I was thinking in how you have like the shooting stars in here. And I was like, oh, it'd be really cool if like there were just like stars falling down, and then her holding the umbrella as if to like block the stars and not have it touch her, which I guess is my symbolism of thinking like, oh, like when you're away from home and you're like, I don't know, you're like protecting yourself almost, like you don't want to see what's out there in a way. And I think it just looks really cool. Also, this is just really cool. Like this effect. I like with my paint skills, I couldn't like fully show off that like fill effect, but I really like that. Like that's super satisfying when it comes to like the build-up. And also this like the space scenery is so cool. Like I really like that. Like it's you have like the stars and then this kind of like aurora effect going on. Lens flare. Yeah, cool aurora. Ooh, and then that little moment where there's like the piano before the drop and then the shooting star. And then oof. Oh man, okay. What I really love about that is that so in this beginning you have the character with like no color, just like black and white, and then in the build up the same thing. And then boom, right there. Like it's so satisfying. Like it's the same pose, same like art and everything, but then it's like it just hits you with full color and space and everything. And the visuals for this, for like the drops, I want it to be like absolutely like full of life, color, like magic and all that. So like I really like that moment. And with like the setting in here, so I was thinking like it would be she would be looking out like at the stars. So like I guess the setting is like she's away from like the city and like everything is, and then she's like in this, I don't know, like nature grassy area. And I don't know, like when you're in nature and she's like uncertain and lost and everything, and then out of nowhere like she just sits down and then just looks at the stars and it's like, wow, that's so pretty. And she's like in awe about it. And I'm imagining it's like that anime moment, I guess, like when you go to like a concert or something, like the character goes to like a concert and at first they're like, oh, this is a concert, and then they have like stars in their eyes and they're like, whoa, this is the thing, this is like the next big thing, and then they get like super motivated. So I guess like that was like the idea I had in mind. and also just like the full color. I guess this video, this MV is kind of like my character reveal, because at first like I originally had like the black and white, and then in the MV you don't see like the character, like what hair color they are at all, and then as it goes you're like, yo, she has brown hair, blue eyes, and purple hair. So that's really cool. um but yeah, like I just envisioned, like, I don't know, seeing something really cool, like seeing the stars and then being in awe about it. And that transition was definitely a V Singer moment. Oh snap. Am I on my V Singer arc right now? Heavy wind out of nowhere. Oh, and then this transition is really nice because as you can see in here, she has the umbrella, and then there's just like this flash of light, and then suddenly she doesn't. Well, she puts her umbrella down. And I think like the symbolism of putting the umbrella down is my way of like saying like being comfortable to try new things and seeing like what's out there, because in the first verse it talks about like uncertainty, being away from home, and now it's like, you know what, maybe I'll give it a try, I'll see what's out there. And it definitely, that's kind of what this verse is about.
I start to believe again. The story never ends.
You know, start to believe again, the story never ends.
Too simple and frightened. My message to you.
And then here's this moment where it's like the build-up pretty much zoomed in. And actually, like, you said it was a manga moment, and that actually wasn't like going for that at first. Like, I was like, you know what, box of text with like the lyrics to really like spice it up. And then while I was like looking through the video, I was like, you know what, this definitely has manga vibes. Like, it really does. And I don't know, I like how this looks. Oof, that's so satisfying. Symbolism well executed. Glad to hear that. Definitely, I don't know, like, I try to like take what my thoughts are and putting them into like music form or video form. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this came out, and glad that you enjoy the symbolism. And then in here, it kind of, I just like stay on this image because I was like, you know what, this art is so fire, I might as well just keep it going until the end.
Maybe I'll look back with certainty. I found
And then
a
here we
way
have
to
the
go.
text animation.
When I cried out, you turned to me. You're here away from home.
Yeah, that's the video. yeah, I'm really happy with how that came out, and especially like my first time doing this, like I had no idea what I was doing. I was kind of like figuring everything out as I was going, but I'm happy with how this came out, and yeah, like I'm really glad that I could find artists and creators that are really good at what they do, but also like put a lot of care into the ideas that I had. So like Misumi Yui, very cool artist. Neko Mimana, very cool artist. And then Mike Rabbit, they literally made my character real. And then shout out to Ritter for making this video. Like the deadline was it was kind of crazy. Like I wanted to release this before AphixSky Expo just because like I wanted to, I don't know, like not have to worry about making or working on a music video before going to a convention. So I think it was like a week before AphixSky Expo, like we were working on the music video. So I'm glad that things worked out in the end and that this video could exist. And yeah, I guess this is like going to be towards the end of this stream. Thank you for coming to this stream, and I definitely want to do more stuff like this when it comes to my music. I guess like having like streams or like things where I kind of talk about like the process that went into it, but also like the video aspect too. Like I really like when music and videos come together so well. It's like they kind of enhance each other's experience. So I definitely want to do more visual stuff when it comes to my music and really enhance like the storytelling that it comes to. Good feeling to have a weight off before having fun. Yeah, definitely. Conventions, you definitely just want to be having fun most of the time and then spending a bunch at the vendor hall. But yeah, so let's see. Any other things that I could mention? Yeah, this was fun. Like as a first live stream, not knowing what I'm doing and low key like not knowing what to say, like I'm definitely happy with how things turned out and happy with people that were able to come here, and also like people in chat just saying stuff like yo, shout out. Yeah, I guess I will end this stream. Was very cool. Thank you. And also listen to Away From Home. Let me actually let me just throw a link. You will listen to Away From Home and you will like it. Okay. I hope that's the right link. Is this the right link? Yes, it is. Natural commentator? Thank you. Okay. Okay, cool. Away From Home. Go listen right now. Okay. What other stuff will I be doing? I don't know. I hope to release more music. If a convention wants me, I'll DJ there. That'll be very cool. Anime VTuber music, maybe original music. That'd be very cool. I'll work on more music, hopefully with vocals. You'll know when that releases. Yes, thank you. Go. Bye. Fun stream.